All right. Am I live? Am I live? Oh, cool, cool. All right. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys this. But anyway, basically, if I'm live, the elites are basically pedophile Satanists. Say it bluntly right there, and let me explain to you what's going on. So you know that Satanism is basically about child sacrifice, and basically they approve of abortion. So the elites are basically the same thing. They're actually the Satanists themselves, and basically, if you basically understand the science behind this, I mean, abortion is child sacrifice. So what does that have in common with Satanism? Well, Satanism also is child sacrifice in some ways or the other form. They sacrifice children, sacrifice animals for better money and better circumstances. Hold on. Oh, they sacrifice children, and they also sacrifice everyone that's young. And basically, the elites are people in the government, people that are in the Broadway shows and all that stuff. They also were here since I don't know, like 1950s, the mid 50s, for Broadway, and then in the government, they've been here since I don't know, like the late 40s, So basically, the elites have nothing to do with God. Just remember that, okay? So the elites love Satan. I could have been an elite myself, but that just changed. So basically, the elites, their goal is death and destruction, and they love, they love to, they love to kill. They're, you know what it's all about. And there's nothing different with Satanism and elites, and there's nothing different with pedophilia and Satanism. Basically, what we're saying is, they're part of what's that? What's that other term? They're part of the masonry. They're part of that, except they're more powerful. And I would say they're more like some sort of brother. Let me tell you, they own Disney. That's what the elites are all about. They own Disney and Pizzagate. And they also, I believe that they also own Emmanuel Macron. The fact that he's named Emmanuel and he's all about calling himself Jesus. Yep. I would say Emmanuel Macron is more likely to be the Antichrist than anything else, And he's also the elite person. And everyone that hates him is basically of God because he's seemingly to be the Antichrist. And someday he'll literally, maybe own all of Jerusalem by the temple. He'll set himself eyes upon the temple to literally own the temple and literally basically, you know what? Basically rule the temple. The Antichrist will have really good words. against God, and really, I mean, he will be a very skilled. He'll be a very skilled speaker. Like unlike I am, you know, I'm not the Antichrist, so that's good, right? And most people that are good speakers, I would say, are the elites, and people that are in the churches, in the pews, that are basically skilled speakers are also false teachers. They're skilled speakers, and they call themselves the super speakers. And basically, these people are false because they love their lusts of their flesh, unlike the people that are true that hate the lusts of their flesh. They can't stand it, even though sometimes they love it themselves. But then they can. But then again, I can't stand it. There's a difference between loving it for good, and also then there's a difference between that and then the true speakers, the true teachers that are not skilled, and they just when they love it, they can't stand it. They actually just can't stand having that lust of the flesh. So basically, the elites are skilled speakers, and basically, the Antichrist himself is the most skilled speaker you can ever have. I mean, he will definitely be left behind and actually ruling the world, and the people that are basically the fig trees. I mean, they'll come back on the earth and they'll basically speak to everyone online from Jerusalem, and they'll literally, you know, make sure that there are Christians and Jews on the world combined to go against the Antichrist. Except then there will be those that believe, because there will be still a chance to believe when you get left behind, even though it's going to be horrific. The elites are that terrible that they want everyone to be left behind in a horrible world where there are demons everywhere. And yes, the elites don't care about anyone. They just don't care about anyone that that's interesting. Oh, they don't care about anyone that has feelings. Even though they say they have feelings, they don't care. The elites like to have their own agenda, like Black Lives Matter, abortion, freedom, and they're hypocrites. They're the worst hypocrites you can ever have. Now let me go to in what I think is going on in Jerusalem. So tell me what's going on in Jerusalem. Basically, I want to know. Now, there was a mass protest in Jerusalem. Lots of mockery of the Benjamins. Then there was basically some sort of peace deal about Jerusalem. And you know that Emmanuel Macron is going to rule over Jerusalem and actually cause mass problems. And he's going to make much greater the peace, the deal of the century, basically concerning the land. Excuse me. And I believe he's going to turn Israel into Palestine. Yeah, I don't know, he's going to have Israel become Palestine and even Jerusalem become Palestine. So he's going to connect Palestine to Palestine, and then he's going to divide the land. And the top part of the land is going to become Israel, and the bottom part of the land is going to become Palestine, where Jerusalem is. That's called mockery, isn't it? So I think it's going on with the flowers. There are people literally cheering, and the guards were passing out many flowers. There are bouquets being floated, chucked out of, they were throwing bouquets at the people, saying we have victory over something. I'd like to know what's going on with that. looks like something happened, like something major happened, like some sort of agreement with a peace deal that the Palestinians really wanted, and that the people of Jerusalem really hated. So that's why I would like to know what was going on. Also, actually, let me see what's going on there because yeah, post, yeah. Let's see. Hmm. Looks like they suspended the annexation in the UAE deal. So basically nothing much happened except they suspended the deal, and that just means that they're going to make the actual deal greater. So they're going to combine the two deals and make it greater because the Muslims don't want their land part of the other people's beliefs. They just want it to happen, although it's going to happen in a different way than they expected. Let me tell you, the Muslims hate Jews and they hate the Christians. Many of them are going to be caught up, and then they're going to have the deal of the century, and then that's going to be ripped in half. It's going to be ripped to pieces. Basically, what that means is we're going to have to wait to see what's going on because the piece the deal of the century has been suspended, and the Muslims have been overjoyed about that. What other news we have? Many protests and riots going on. That's nothing. That's nothing new. What else? Suspending the church beliefs. We have a lot of things going on in the world. Oh, and they also let me tell you what's going on in the world. Starts with a D. It's some sort of really hurricane storm that is really, like a tornado. It's a big storm that went 800 miles across the land. Let me tell you what is going on. Who knows what's going on with God's punishment against us? But basically, there was a storm in Iowa that went 800 miles across. All of Iowa was affected. And basically, what was really, we've got to pray for these people, by the way. And excuse me. Basically, all kinds of there's all kinds of wind and hail and lightning and storms. It was a windstorm, by the way, and basically, winds were going upwards of 100 miles per hour, even more in some cases. And people, they could be blown apart. No, they could be blown across the land because of this huge wind. And basically, this huge wind was, I mean, it was enough to blow down trees and blow down houses and peel the shingles off of houses and miss. Oh, come on, do that. And basically, I mean, this is all because of the people. They're quite literally, this is God's punishment against these people that are the elites. It's and this wind. I mean, this wind was it's been blowing across all these cornfields and all that, and the food prices might go up because of all the wind. Just keep that in mind. Also, let me go back to the elites, since someone's here. The elites are, the elites are so bad that, I mean, they're so evil. They're pedophiles and they're Satanists. The elites just, they love to, they love to kill babies. They love to kill the innocent, and people that are, excuse me, they love to, these ladies are being used by the elites. The elites, like Roe versus Wade, and the elites control the abortion after that. And I believe the lady, I don't know, like Roe maybe, who knows. That lady has repented of that. Of course, she turned to God, and she now believes in true salvation, and she believes that she is sorry for what she's done, and she knows that she's a sinner, of course, and she also believes upon the cross and had much faith in the cross, and actually had all kinds of faith in the cross. She also said, "Jesus, have mercy on me," and that's what happened, and now she's a true believer. And the elites can actually have salvation. It just matters, you know, the only thing that matters is, if every elite does that, I mean, it's not going to happen. Almost every elite is going to stay the same because Satan is really prowling over the world to see whom he devours. He's not going to. He's not going to be willing to be losing elites because the elites love to deceive people and send them to hell because they're pedophiles, they're Satanists, and they love death. Not only that, they love their own lives as riches. They love their own power. They love their own control. These people are truly evil, Not only that, the elites love to lie to people, like they say, oh, that things that starts with an H or something like that. They say, oh, we need to have vaccines against coronavirus. It's not that hydroxychloroquine is not going to go against the COVID disease. It's not going to go well against that disease because of the fact that that hydroxychloroquine is not going to go well with COVID-19 because it's going to only make it worse. And they say that witchcraft is causing all this disease, and actually it is. Witchcraft actually does cause this disease because hydroxychloroquine really is the COVID-19 killer. And actually, if you pray against all witchcraft in your life, you will not get COVID-19. And even if you pray in the church, you will not get COVID-19. So that basically says that they are truly Antichrist, And I believe the Antichrist is going to be the top elite. Another part of the elite is they don't care who they murder. Another part of the elites is that they love their own skills. They are very skilled people. So, that pretty much sums up all the elites and all the catastrophes that go behind it, because the storms and the all the horrible things that are happening because of God's wrath against us and the salvation that we need because of them. That's all because of the elites. All the storms and all the wrath that we're having is because of the elites. The elites started from the Masonry to Satanism. I'm going to tell you that I would say that Emmanuel Macron is a Satanist, and he's the main Antichrist. He's a blasphemer. He's really is a blasphemer. And he says, "Oh, the people that are Christian are sinking in the water, and the people that are Satanists are really walking in water like Jesus." Scary stuff. And he's just not only just him, but these people are just perfect evil. I mean, not perfect, just absolute evil. They're absolute evil. And Satan controls these people's lives, and and these people are, I mean, I'm just saying, elites like George Bush, and especially like um, Barack Obama. He's one of the top elites of America, and Emmanuel Macron of the world, and of Europe, and of Israel, and of Palestine, and of Rome. He's the elite of the world, just like Barack Obama's and the top elite of America. And Benjamin Netanyahu is not a top elite. It's just someone else, and it's basically Emmanuel Macron. And I'll say the top elite of the Arab world is the president of the United Arab Emirates. And the top elite of China is that dictator in China. In Australia, I don't know who it is. And if South America, possibly, I don't know. And in Africa, again, I don't know. Probably no elites anywhere in the third world countries, Probably no elites in third world countries. But I do know there might be a top elite in Brazil, so who knows? Of course, another one might be in South Africa, because there's true Satanism in South Africa. And the unfortunate thing is, the elites are hidden in their own Satanist rooms. And they could kill anyone, whoever, they could execute anyone that they could want to execute. They could even execute Tim Harrison for all we know, And that's why we have to be prayerful for these pastors and preachers and for the government of the world. Even though you don't know if the people of the government might be Antichrist, but we still have to pray for our government. I mean, especially back then, but now, who knows what's going on. But once we get to the end times, we do not want to pray for our government. We have to pray against it in the end times. But we have to pray for those who are brothers and sisters in Christ, who are in the end times, and who are literally in the tribulation period. Anyone in the tribulation period that are basically part of the government officials are not to be prayed for, because they're all Antichrist and they're all going to go to hell. Do not pray for the mark of the beast. Do not pray for the government. And do not pray for any of the demons part of it. Because they're all trying to get to hell. And they're all going to hell. They're not going to be saved ever. They're never going to be saved. And all the elites are going to be part of, I don't know if they're all going to be part of it, but I would say almost all of them are going to be part of, the tribulation period, And all the elites are going to be left behind. I would say many of them are going to be, going to hell. Let me just point out that what part of the news we have, maybe they're all pointing to political parties and they're all pointing to the elites. All the elites control the news media, and all the elites control everything that people say, and they all control everything that the people do. They make us turn into records. They make us all turn into computers. They make us all turn into doors. Repeat, it's all okay, it's all okay, it's all okay, it's all okay. When the government literally are just trying to control your minds. It's part of the elite system. And whenever we have the elites, we have chaos. And the elites are chaos. So what do you want to do in the end times of the world? This is my last point, by the way. What do we want to What do we want to do about the end times? Well, the end times are part of the demonic possessed area where we do not want to be. But if you're part of the end times, let me tell you this: you found out who the Antichrist is. Do not even pray for him, for one thing, because he's going to have issues. Just pray for yourself. Pray that you're protected. And a part of the 1 year and a few weeks, you're not going to be protected by God. But also, for one thing, if you feel like you're going to be left behind, pray for protection from God. And also, just pray that no demon harms you and all that good stuff. Pray that everyone in your family right then is safe, and that everyone starts to believe, And the one thing that you need to pray for is the two fig trees are actually two people in the that are literally, in sackcloth. The people that are in sackcloth, pray that they protect you. I mean, you're going to have to pray to God that they answer your prayers, and that they come to you in sackcloth, that they protect you, and then with their prayer that they protect you, that they protect everyone else that believes. Since they're going to pray to God that everyone is protected, that everyone asks for them to be protected, then you can see for survivors. And if you are a survivor, then you can pray for protection. Then everyone be a survivor. Then God will answer your prayers. Then many events will happen. Pray to God for protection over all these war and famine, and pray that you're not part of the people that die too early and without God. And pray that you have to pray that Jesus has mercy on you. Believe and say Jesus have mercy on me. And not only that, these guys can pray for you to have mercy on that God has mercy on them, because they are the ones that are really, they're God's people. Not only that, they're part of God, by the way. So pray that God has mercy on them through these people. It may sound Catholic, that this may sound like a Catholic thing, but really, these are not just preachers. These are people that are actually having God in them. They actually have God in them in heaven and on earth. That they have mercy on you. That they don't let you die. And after the events, pray that God has mercy on you. And then comes a 3.5 year tribulation. If you're really a person that's saved, then you're gonna have to die for it. You're gonna be blessed by having your head cut off. Your head is gonna be cut off. You're gonna be burned for God. You're gonna be, you know. First option is that you are a true believer, and that you're not really truly rejecting the government, but you're just saying, I accept that I die. Your head's gonna be cut. Your head's gonna be cut off. The second option is that you're gonna rebel against the government. You're gonna cause problems against the government, and then second option, you're gonna be burned for what you've done, completely obliterated in a furnace. By that way, you're gonna be a much better off person. You're gonna be literally, the person that gets 5 plus 10 plus more talents, and then you're gonna have a lot of joy that you're not in pain, and you're gonna have to and basically the first thing you have to believe in after the rapture happens. The first thing you're gonna have to believe in after the rapture happens is you're gonna have to say, Lord, have mercy on me. And then the bad things happen. You're gonna have to believe after that. You're gonna have to believe immediately after that and say, Lord, have mercy on me. There's gonna have to be lots of people saved, even in the tribulation times. Because the elites are not gonna care for you. They're gonna be demon possessed. And also the demons are going to be the new elites. And they're gonna be the ones torturing you. There are gonna be demons all over the earth. Earth is going to become part of hell. So just remember that you're going to have to, pray that you're not in the end times, and that you're saved from the elites and what's going to happen in the future from the elites. Okay. All right, hope you're done. Okay. Bye.